Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading here at the Intuitive Teacup. I'm happy to have you all out there. Hope you're doing well. Please come into this tarot reading with an open heart and an open mind. Take away only what resonates for you, and please release the rest. Important to trust your own intuition above all else, because you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions, as you know. All right, but hopefully we can have some fun. Let's set the intention, most importantly, to get my Scorpio gang out there watching some clear, helpful, insightful messages wherever they are currently at on their spiritual path. All right, what's coming in? Eclipse season. Monday, March 25th kicks it off with a full moon, lunar eclipse in Libra. That's going to be happening in, for my Scorpio risings anyway, your 12th house. Symbolically, for a lot of my Scorpios, you may be feeling a push-pull on that, the axis of work, service, spiritual health versus practical health, your daily routine and regimen. So let's go ahead and hop in. What might Scorpio come to expect during eclipse season? What's coming in for them? Eight of Coins. Work hard, play hard. Some sort of artistic endeavor, some sort of artistic undertaking, or having more of a clear vision in terms of like the long-term projection of what you're hoping to accomplish in terms of your work, but also possibly in terms of your money, or putting more emphasis on creative pursuits. So Two of Blades, always keeping in balance, staying in balance. That's especially important given that the full moon is happening in Libra. It always asks us to check in with ourselves and make sure that we are approaching things with balance, with grace, with diplomacy, all those fun Libra words. And for some of you, it's like meeting in the middle, needing to find the middle ground, which I think that's an important message for Scorpio too, because, you know, Scorpio can have that desire to kind of go to the extreme, kind of like that all or nothing. And sometimes that serves you and other times that doesn't. And, you know, not the counterpart, but the alternative to that is approaching it, you know, a step at a time. Maybe not cautiously is the right term, though I would argue that cautiously is a good word for the Two of Blades. But yeah, approaching things in a more balanced way. I see you spending a lot more time meditating or internalized energy, but it's in a positive way. Withdrawing or retreating as a way to find peace and harmony, honestly, I think this has to do with embracing a more spiritual side of your life and maybe daily practice, you know, doing the yoga or the meditation or, you know, whatever is Zen for you, right? Going for a walk in the woods or just unplugging, right? I think there's more focus and I think more pleasure, right? With Venus energy, there's pleasure in taking time out and kind of getting away from that chaos, getting away from the external noise and busyness of life, and choosing more wisely, or I'm hearing the word discerning, how you choose to respond to adversity or chaos or the crisis that exists around you. And I'm not necessarily predicting that. I mean, I think the word crisis associated with Pluto is a very common thing for Scorpio, right? And because you are a water sign, you know, there can be a sensitivity to that and sort of taking on the emotions or absorbing it and not necessarily knowing what to do with it. So this might be establishing a healthier boundary, a healthy routine. Again, a smarter way of dealing with crisis or adversity or hardship in any sense of the word. But this actually seems really full of pleasure. Like there's like a lovely energy here. So then you have the Creator, which is the Hierophant. Which is the Magician. I apologize. The Magician. All the tools on the table, right? We have that infinity loop over the head. There's something kind of like I'm seeing. It's Merlin energy. Like I think I'm seeing the Disney cartoon, the guy with the beard, and like it's Merlin, but I don't know what it's from. I think Sword in the Stone, maybe. There's something about the routine and the rhythm and the dancing and making it fun, making it a game, something that could be kind of mundane or boring or monotonous. It's almost like you're jazzing it up and choosing to look at it as some sort of fun little project. Like maybe you get to decide how it's done, or maybe you get to listen to your favorite music while you do that thing at work, or something that could be routine or boring. You've decided to sort of flip the script and you're choosing to view it through new eyes, and like in a cool way. I understand like the negativity or the negative connotation, but it's like choosing to see something through rose-tinted glasses because it makes it easier for you. It's a coping strategy that actually brings more positivity and balance into your life. So yes, it could be some sort of responsibility at work, or, maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's like doing chores around your house or this or that. There's like a more uplifted energy, and I'm not trying to be cheesy, but I think there's a desire to make it more interesting and intriguing and like spicing it up and peppering it up, or however you want to say it, to make it more enjoyable. I also think there's a spiritual lesson here that has been learned of sometimes usually going against the grain can be challenging. And so sometimes for Scorpio, if it feels like you're blocked, there can be a lot of struggle in not wanting to take no for an answer. And I don't necessarily mean from a person here in the 3D, like fleshiness. I mean more like a spiritual, it feels like the universe is blocking you. For a lot of you, there's an understanding like, all right, I may not understand why, but again, I'm going to choose not to fight the ocean, right? I'm just kind of going to go with the flow and see where it takes me. And then there's an ease that opens up. If before there was a defense or a blocking, you go from the Two of Swords to the Creator, which has that sword energy, it's mercurial energy, where there's just an ease and a flow. You have everything you need, and there isn't like this holding on for dear life or this like fear mentality or lack mentality. Interesting. All right, so for Scorpio, whoa, I had like a huge bunch of cards like fall out literally into my lap. Is that a metaphor? So what's going to fall into your lap, Scorpio? I don't know let's see what the storyline is here. Aw, there's someone sad. Someone's crying. Oh my gosh, I literally feel this in my heart. Oh, I have so much water in my chart. Oh, I'm getting emotionally involved in your storyline, Scorpio. Oh gosh, this feels sad. So then there's a period of wait. Oh, but then it gets happy. All right, so I do like that. The Seven of Coins, there's an assessment that things are going to turn out for the better. But there is sort of a facing your fears and an embracing of the unknown. I literally see some of you guys like wiping away tears, because it feels like I'm hearing it relayed to me as like, it feels like you got left behind, or it feels like you missed the boat, or it feels like you've been forgotten. Oh, Scorpio. I'm literally like holding back tears. Like it feels, oh my gosh, this feels so heavy. This feels so heavy. What is this about? Someone might be crying tears over you too. Yeah, so there was some sort of ending or just some sort of situation that really, it was painful. There was a lot of hurt attached to it. And I don't do fear-based readings. That's not what this is about. This is likely something coming through in the past. It might be regarding a Sagittarius or a Gemini. It doesn't have to be. So then this period of wait, the sun will come up tomorrow, but right now we're in like a moon phase. We're in Pisces season, right? So when Aries season comes, I feel like there's going to be a much needed break, but I'm also hearing breath, an ability to exhale, because it's like we've gotten through the worst of it. The King of Blades. Yeah, there's been a lot of thinking about the past, thinking about what transpired, maybe thinking about the actions of others, thinking about your own actions and how you want to grow from here, how you want to build from here. The Three of Wands reminds you, though, your ships are coming in. And for some of you can see them, whatever this metaphor is of your ships coming in. It's like, it's coming, it's just not here yet. So there might be a need to be patient and to wait. But with that, watch where your mind goes. While you're in that period of wait, make sure you're thinking positively and optimistically. There's also a need with Aquarian energy here to like think outside the box, to take the road less traveled. To address the elephant in the room. And I'm not sure if that applies to you, but like an open-mindedness, and also, I mean, really with the swords, I need to be very logical about it, but also take it one step further. And I don't know, there can be like a flash of insight or genius when the King of Swords comes in. Maybe there's an acceptance of some sort of ending and using it to empower you and make a plan, like map things out for the future, versus kind of, again, sinking into that, ooh, remember how bad that went, and like sort of replaying bad memories in your head. Then it's like there's some sort of like lucky, I don't know what this means. I'm hearing like a lucky pick or a lucky pull. It's like with the Seven of Coins, what we've put our time and effort into, we start to see the results from that. It's like whatever we have, metaphorically planted in the soil, we start to see the buds spring up. And I think that's very symbolic of Aries season, right? It's the start of like the zodiacal year, right? So Aries is the start. It's the initiator. It's the spark. It's life, right? It's the inception. It's literally the first fire sign, cardinal energy. So it's like, again, breathing new life into something or feeling, I'm hearing something about a launching or a launch date, something like that. I think we start to get excited again because we realize it wasn't for nothing. Whatever we went through, it's actually served us in some capacity. And I know some of you aren't ready to hear that yet, but, take heart. You're going to get through this if you are kind of stuck in this energy. But something, I feel like I've given you this message before, Scorpio, something that you were wiping away tears about. It goes differently than you realize, but it hasn't been revealed to you yet with this moon energy. The universe is like, this Two of Blades could be like, it's kind of a secret. It's like the universe is collaborating with you, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you don't realize or recognize that is going to work out in your favor. So you're being asked to like put on your brave face, get back out there and keep doing you. And I think there's a huge energy here of like, have faith. The reward has already been written, if that makes sense to anyone. And I'm sure it doesn't right now because you don't see it yet. But it's like, sure enough, spring will come. The flowers, the leaves, the trees, like it's going to blossom again. But you're in that period just before where you're like, I am so sick of this. Like, I can't. I literally can't anymore. Like, I need some sort of change. I think a lot of you are desperate for change. And I do think that, again, that's happening with the magician energy. Things are being manifested, but they haven't necessarily shown up with pentacle energy yet, meaning you can reach out and touch it. So during this period of break or wait, you do have a lot of cards of rest. Make the most of it. Choose to do something that brings you pleasure and joy. Appreciate the simple things in life because it's almost like when Aries season comes, it's fast moving energy. It's Mars. So it's going to be like, getting on the treadmill and running energy. So it's like when we're in that, we appreciate the lull and the rest and the break more. But it's sort of that like the grass is always greener. But now that you have that rest and you have that time of like ease and things kind of being slow, instead of looking at it as like, oh, well, I wish I had this or I wish this was different. Look at this period as a gift and a blessing. And what do you think the universe, God, source, spirit, whatever you believe in, wants you to do during this period of like, my ships are coming in, and for some of you I see them, for some of you I don't, right? And talking about your ships are coming in, whatever this is, it's coming into you. Some of you see it, some of you don't. But in that time of wait, make the most of it, live your life, do something fun, do something that brings you joy and pleasure, call up your air sign best friend, they want to talk to you, that sort of thing, plant something, I don't know, go spend time in nature. Some of you I'm getting this like, which I can only say this to really like Scorpio. It's like, go talk to the dead. Like, it's bust out your Ouija board and your tarot cards. And like, there's some, like quite literally the ghost tarot. I chose that for a reason, but I mean, it's Scorpio. It's like, go do that, spooky mystical thing. Go do like grave rubbings? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's something like, the esoteric or the mystical, the spooky, like go do something like that. The taboo thing that not everybody understands, but I feel like you and your best friend go do it together. When me and my BFF, we'd known each other since like second grade. When we were little, we used to watch that movie Now and Then all the time. You guys know that movie? It's like Stand By Me for girls. That's like the tagline, right? They used to have like seances in the graveyard, right? We didn't even really totally understand what that was, but we used to have like these ramshackle makeshift seances, and we would have like sleepovers on the weekend. And now we look back and we're like, man, we were like kind of fucking with some energy there. Should we have done that? And lo and behold, I became a tarot reader, right? So it was written. It was always written. But anyway, and Aquarius, no less, my best friend, right? So anyway, just interesting. And I say that because I got Scorpio in my chart. That wasn't me trying to take the limelight away from you. So here we go. We're gonna refocus our energy. Back to Scorpio. Watch the movie Now and Then. Just delightful. A wonderful film. So what is this moon energy? What are we allowed to know about the moon here? What are we allowed to know? I do think this is highlighting eclipse season. You quite literally have the sun and the moon. And it's funny, it's a Pisces card here, but I'm even wanting to reference like sort of like the Cancerian Leo stuff, mother-father stuff. I do think there's going to be I'm hearing the word alleviation, a rest and repose, or a reconciliation in regards of like your home and family life, or major shifts and changes with Pluto there, but in a way that helps support a releasing. But there's like an ease and a harmony and I'm hearing the word grace. Like I don't know, if there was trouble at home or on the home front, even things regarding land, property, family, there's some sort of relief or break or reconnection there that is going to help establish better stability for you. Maybe that's what this period of rest is about. And I mean, for my Scorpio risings, Pisces rules your dating life. So okay. Queen of Coins. Ooh, fate. All right, so Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Blades, a conversation that brings healing, and then messages start going back and forth again. Some sort of offer on something that you feel like you missed out on. This could even be work-related, Scorpio, or if it's not even necessarily that you missed out on it, is that there was a misinterpretation of possibly what was going on with the opportunity, with the job, with the boss, the hiring man, or it could be the other person, right? The Queen of Coins, has a lot to offer. It's Capricorn energy, though, so it says you're going to have to work at it, but this could be lovely. This could also involve an opportunity to travel or to immerse yourself in sort of something that is more foreign to you, something where you're a little bit naive or wet behind the ears, or something where you're inexperienced. I think you're going to be welcomed with open arms, though. I think you're going to learn a lot from this. There could be more focus on education, learning to better manage your money, too, talking to a financial advisor for some of you. I mean, it's tax season, right? So that wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, the Three of Blades is sort of I'm hearing the word imposition. I don't know why that's coming through, but I'm almost wanting to utilize it as like the false impression of something that went wrong or couldn't be mended or couldn't be fixed. There's two energies, and like there's someone here. This is your crying person. There's a Sagittarius that's like crying over you for some of you, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. This person's like, oh my gosh, it's broken and it can never be fixed, but I want it to be. And this person's like, what do you mean it's broken? What do you mean it can't be fixed? Like, of course it can. Like, this feels very like, I love you, but I don't know how to tell you. Or I don't know. Like this, I don't know what this message is. And like, it does have a lot of pain attached to it. It's like, I don't know if this is an on again, off again, or I don't even think it's unrequited. I think there's like, if you're married, it's like there was something happened, like you had a big fight or you had a big like blowout or something. It's like, oh my gosh. But here's the thing with this Eight of Sticks, it's like things start to take off again in a positive direction, like Cupid's arrows. You guys may have tried to do a long distance relationship and it could be very challenging at times. That's what this feels like. It feels like there's a lot of love and emotions here, but there's challenges and there's struggles that are really forcing you guys to show up in this relationship in a new way, if it's romantic anyway. You do have a lot of travel cards. I'm going to put that out there, a lot of Sagittarius energy. It doesn't have to be with that zodiac sign, but I mean, you have 3 Sagittarius cards, which, that's 9th house, travel, long distance. Again, education, expansion of the mind, things that we learn, foreign cultures, exposing ourselves to new ideas, being curious, being interested, being chatty, right? Wanting to talk to people and learn from them and share your own stories, right? All right. I think this has to do for a lot of you with your dating life. I think there's an offer to make things better or to heal, or it's like you guys are both, there's the desire to heal something and fix it, and I think you do, but I'm having trouble like bridging the gap of where or how it comes together, because I don't really know what happened in the first place, but I know both of you have shed tears over this. Like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Oh, it's because they're so cute. It's like these little ghosts. It's like, why are we crying? How do we wipe their tears? Like, how do we make them feel better? Oh gosh. Okay. Get it together, Annie. All right. No, but like seriously, it's like this idea of like wanting to wipe away the tears. It's like wanting to help someone feel better and coming together and maybe having like a heart to heart. All right. That came right out. Listen. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something. It is time to act on its wisdom. So listen to your intuition. Always a good idea for Scorpio. And then romance. A romance card for Scorpio. Romance card for Scorpio. I'm hearing, this is kind of a reference to the now and then thing. I was thinking about that. I'm hearing like Red Rover. Do you know that game? It's like Red Rover, send so and so right over. It's like a childhood game, right? You play it like during recess. And it's like trying to break through something, but there's opposition or there's like a barring or a deflection. It's very like nine of sticks, nine of wands energy. It's like you shall not pass. But it's trying to break through and bust through, possibly emotionally. I don't know, for some of you, it's like trying to get to the core of it or trying to ascend in some new direction, but it feels like you're being thrown obstacles. So there's two messages there. It's like, don't give up. For some of you, it's not taking no for an answer in terms of what you want that's going to establish value in your own life. It also has to do with trusting in divine timing. The universe isn't saying no, they might be saying not right now. Because when, metaphorically, when you get shot back, right, when you're trying to bust through the arms of Red Rover, hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. This is like a weird metaphor, but just go with me. And the universe, deflects back and it pushes you back and you're like, oh, okay, do I try again? That's your period of wait. That's this like repose of like, all right, I tried to break through and they're saying no. It's like trying to bust down a brick wall. So rather than going at it again, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, it's not working. What can I do in the meantime to restore my health, restore my balance, maybe see something in a different perspective and go at it again? When you go at it again, it's changed, it's transformed. So you have something about the advantage. You have more advantage, or you have more strength or skills or knowledge to come at it in a different way where you are going to be able to bust through. You are going to be able to get your communication across that there's something about that is coming through. I feel like I didn't do that message justice, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's not going to make any sense. But Red Rover, it's a game. Look it up, whatever. All right, so your love oracle card, Aries season, passion. Passion is coming in, Aries season, a fellow Mars-ruled sign, right? So get ready, it's coming. Pisces season, we got to go with the flow. We got to relax. We got to enjoy. We got to meditate. We have to embrace the feelings. We have to cry things out. What better time to do that in Pisces season? But then the Wheel of Fortune says things are coming in. There's an influx of movement and messages and action being taken for a lot of you towards establishing some sort of passion in a relationship. And not only that, doing what you're passionate about, going towards something that you're passionate about. All right, Scorpio, I hope this was helpful. Thank you for joining me today, guys. I absolutely love reading for my Scorpio gang, so if I don't say it enough, thank you. I appreciate you. If you could hit the like button, that would be incredible. If you want to leave a positive comment or subscribe to the channel, all that helps me grow and gain a greater audience on YouTube. Hit the notification bell so you'll be alerted when I post my readings. And if you want more content from me, I am on Instagram and Facebook as The Intuitive Teacup. I do a select amount of personal readings a month, so feel free to reach out to me via email. That is written in the description box below. We can try and schedule a time to book a tarot reading for you that would be more catered to your inquiries, your questions, your energy, things of that sort. Thanks for joining me today, Scorpio. I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.